Hello everybody, it's Penny. Welcome to another digital art drawing video. I haven't made one in quite some time since the boba tea video, which was like a half year ago, but I'm back and today I'm making a drawing based on a Picrew that I really liked how it turned out, so I wanted to draw it in my style. This is what the Picrew looked like, credit to Baydews. So right now I'm just working on the final sketch. I do have recordings of the other sketches, but I just kept messing up, and so the recording isn't very interesting. It's just me undoing and redoing things. But by the final sketch, I was really liking how it was going. I did have like a pocket with a pocket watch in it in the original sketches, which I did really like, but decided there wasn't room for it after I made some edits to her outfit. After I was all done with the sketch, I started outlining. I chose a dark brown color, and I do wish that I chose a little bit more interesting of a brush because the brush I used was pretty basic. I was having a bit of trouble with outlining because my hand was really shaky and the lines were pretty shaky. I do like how I made her eyes a bit smaller than I normally do. I was looking back at some of my old drawings, and I think that the really big eyes don't convey as much emotion, and sometimes they look a little bit emotionless. I think I'm doing better with that recently. I gave her the same shirt with a vest on top of it. I had to kind of make up what to do past the bottom of the Picrew. I made her vest kind of fold over, asymmetrical looking vest, which I really liked how that looked. I was struggling a little bit with outlining her belt because I was trying to do it in one straight line but kept messing up. I gave her some cool buttons, like diamond shaped buttons. I don't know how practical that would be, but whatever. I gave her her big hoop earrings, and then I moved on to her fox ears, which I feel like I could have made a little bit more realistic if I spent more time on them, but they look fine. For her hair, I normally struggle with making hair look realistic and not just a straight line for the end of it, instead of making it look more like there's individual hair strands, which I think I did pretty good with that for this one. After I was done outlining, I picked out the colors. I chose basically the same colors as the Picrew, but I made them a little bit more muted and pastel because that's more of my style, I guess. And for the vest, I made it more brown than black, like the original. And for her hair as well, instead of black, I made it dark brown. Took me quite some time to color in the hair. It's really hard to do all the edges and stuff. I had to use a really small brush. For the fox ears, I used a nice brown, red, orange color, and I used a darker color for the inside ears. I feel like I could come up with a faster way to color in things. It's just a really time-consuming and kind of boring process. I colored in the little buttons, I just used other colors from throughout the drawing to color those in. This is where I remembered that I forgot to outline the staff earlier, so I went in and did that really quick. I don't know if I needed to include it because it's not really connected to the rest of the drawing, but I do like how the staff looked in the original Picrew. It's interesting. There's like a golden diamond for some reason. I don't know, but but I like it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I sneaky and I found a way to not have to draw hands. Wow, it's so sneaky. I'm really bad at drawing hands. Common artist problem. They're just off camera, off out of the shot. I added like some stitching instead of gold edges to her vest. I don't know why. I don't know. But I liked how it turned out. Then for shading, I use this kind of like scratchy looking brush. If you see in the bottom right hand corner, it looks like a bunch of pencils together. I don't know why. Is that an actual tool people use? Like just tape a bunch of pencils together and then draw with it? I don't know, but that's what I use for shading. For her face, I was having a lot of trouble with blush. Even though I love like adding blush to my characters, I often add like way too much. So I kept having to undo and redo the blush to make it look good and not like there's too much of it. For her eyes, I was trying to add like these weird stripes to make it look more realistic, but it looked kind of creepy instead. So I just added some lighter gray brown to the bottoms. Then I added a little glitter-y, sparkly thing highlight. After that, I shaded her hair, which is another thing I struggle with. It's just such a big surface, and I don't normally like know where to add the shadow. I tried to add some like shadow and lines to make it like wavy lines throughout the hair, and then I added highlights. I'm pretty happy with how the hair turned out. That might be the thing I'm most proud of for this drawing. Normally I struggle with shading yellow without the shading looking like diarrhea, but uh, for this piece I shaded with like a more orangey color and then highlighted it with a more yellowy color, which I think is a pretty good trick for shading and highlighting yellow. It worked pretty well, I think. I added some shadows to her teeth and eyes. I don't know why, I just felt like it. But for the ears, I used a different brush because I was kind of struggling with making it look like furry fox ears. This time I did not forget about the staff and I did shade and highlight it, even though I got a little bit lazy with it. Then I added some fancy highlights to all the little details like the buttons, her earrings. after that, the drawing was basically done. I just added this background of watercolor because I'm lazy and I didn't want to draw an actual background. Then I added some more like general highlights like from the direction that the light is coming from, just like on that side of her, and then some more general shadows. And then I signed my artwork with my signature. After that, however, I realized that I had forgotten to draw the scar that was in the original, so I had to go back and add that. That was really fast, and I think the scar looks pretty good. It definitely is like a finishing touch. Then it was done. Here's the original again, and here's how my drawing of it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you next time for more cooking and drawing content. Bye!